Hi there. Today is Friday, November 20th, I think. But I've been pre-recording these videos, so this is going to be, I think, day 16. No, day 17, I think, out of 30. And I don't even know, honestly, why I'm counting anymore, because I haven't been doing one video a day. I'm way off track there, but I figure I'll just go and finish out the series just because that's what I'm doing. So, yeah. And today, if you've been watching, I've been doing the Vogue 73 interview questions. I saw them over the summer doing different celebrities, and I thought that was pretty cool. They do it rapid fire, and they just kind of ask these questions, and usually they're like this or that questions. So I don't know if these are the same questions, but we're going to just go with it. And I've gone through the first 30. So I think I'm going to do 15 tonight because they're kind of like, I feel like they go fast, but I talk a lot. So I'm always like adding to the answer. And so even if it was rapid fire, it's not when I'm doing it. So there we go. So I'll at least record one 15-minute segment tonight. And then I think these are all like back scheduled. So I think this will come out on Monday, November 23rd. I think that's how they're scheduled so far. So happy Monday. And let's dive in. Question 31. Best advice you would give your teenage self. Okay, so the first thing that came to mind was one thing, but then honestly, my advice to my teenage self would be take God seriously as soon as possible and do not get distracted by anything else. Not by school, not by guys, not by other people's opinions of you, not by anything else. Nothing else is gonna matter as much as how seriously you take God. Like, if I could go back, I would change that. I would have gotten more serious about my relationship with God at an earlier age and been consistent. And I had like times where I was serious when I was younger, but I was very inconsistent and I got very distracted and got involved in other things that I didn't need to. So yeah, that would be my advice for my younger self. Is just get serious about God and run with it. Give all of yourself to that as early in your life as you can. And don't look back. 32. A book that everyone should read. Okay. So obviously the Bible, but after that, I would say Calvary Road, because as a Christian, it really challenged my life and my understanding of my faith, just in terms of how I view other people, what I learned about God, my expectation of Christ and Christianity. So I think that was a really good book. And I remember reading it and thinking, my family needs to read this. Like, everybody I know needs to read this book. I've lent out the copy I have. I've read parts of it over and over. It's almost a mess now because I've highlighted and like colored and dog-eared so much of it. So I would say the Bible and then Calvary Road. Number 33. What would you like to be remembered for? This is funny because we just went over our legacy in one of our young adult Zooms for church. And I didn't go into detail there. But my answer is the same. Is that I loved God and I loved people. And I know that sounds simplistic and maybe churchy, but that really is it, So I would love to be married and have kids and have a business. I'd love to own land and I'd love to travel the world. But I think even in all that, that's more important, that I love God and love people, right? Because then, what good is being married and having kids if I don't love those people, if they don't know that I love them? What good is having a business if the people that I serve don't know that I care about them? If God's not getting the glory out of that business, what good is anything that I do if it's not clear that I love God and did it for Him, to draw attention to Him and out of gratitude for who He is. So those are still my two things that I want people to, that's how I want to be remembered, that I loved God and loved people fearlessly and aggressively and consistently and with everything I had. That's my goal. I got work to do, but that's the goal. 34. How do you define beauty? This is really good. How do you define beauty? How do I define beauty? I honestly, my first thought was confidence. Confidence in who God made you. I think to the point that you can celebrate yourself, but also you can celebrate other people, because no one's a threat, no one's competition. But I think there's something so beautiful about that. Being free to love yourself and then to love others. Yeah, I think that's beauty. Beyond that, I think in terms of just physical beauty, which is not what they said. So I think I stick with my first answer. But for those who want the answer about physical beauty, I would say embracing who God made you physically, right? So I think for me, there are times I just don't wear makeup because I want to make sure I appreciate who God made me with nothing on my face but skin. And yeah, just, I don't feel like I have to straighten my hair or whatever. I wear it like this because I like it, but if I wake up and wet it and it just is a big fro, and that's fine too, but yeah, I think beauty is just being confident in how God made you. Yeah. What do I love most about my body? These are really good questions. I do love my smile. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. It's my face technically, but I feel like that's fine. Best way to take a rest or decompress. Does a nap count? This goes back to another question. I really like quality time with people. So I think if we just sit in stillness, this is something I've done before that people probably think is really weird, but it's fine. I have gotten together with friends and we're both like tired and we'll both just take a nap. Like we could be in separate rooms. We could be in the same room. We'll be like, listen, I'm tired. I just want to take a nap. With me too. And we'll just take a nap. I know that sounds ridiculous because why'd you get together just to take a nap? But it's fine. I've done it before. I would do it again. It's fine. And that's a great way to decompress. Favorite place to view art. My favorite place to view art is, lately it's been Sandy Cove, the pier at Sandy Cove. And by art, I'm talking about the Chesapeake Bay and sunset and the beauty of where the water meets the sky. That is art to me. Or on a hike when you're just out and you like look above the trees and you see clouds, or on a cruise ship when you just see the water. I love it. I'm not a big like museum person. I know that that's like, people love museums. They're very passionate about them, and that's fine. But I didn't grow up like that. We didn't go to a whole lot of museums growing up. So I don't really know that life. I've gone to a few. I've gone to some museums I did not like at all. So yeah, I like natural beauty better. So I'll be outdoors is the answer to that question. It's God's art. If your life was a song, what would the title be? It would be Butterflies and Eagles. I'm not gonna explain. 39. If you could master one instrument, what would it be? Ooh, that's really hard. Okay, so I had a couple thoughts. I thought drums because they just look like, I just think women drummers look so bomb. Like just in command of the thing, making noise and like contributing to the overall sound, doing like a mean bass. But I also like wearing dresses and nice shoes, and I feel like I can't do that if I play drums. And I know how vain that sounds. I'm fine with it. So then I thought piano. Piano's cool. I guess piano. It's nice, fun. It's dramatic. If you had a tattoo, where would it be? I have thought about this. I would probably have it on my inner wrist because I don't think I would get a tattoo, but if ever I would, it would probably be something from scripture, and I would want it to like always remember, you know, like to be something that's like always before me, you know? So I thought about different verses like that, like Psalms 144:1, where it says, "You train my hands for battle and my fingers for war." Or flip that, trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle, maybe. In any case, yeah, just remind us about who we are in Christ. But they didn't ask that. They said where. So probably my wrist, so I can see it. Dolphins or koalas? Dolphins. And I got to see, I mean, they're both cute, but I got to see dolphins one day, and it was like, it was amazing. It was amazing. We were in this little boat. That was a fun summer. In this little boat in Cape May, and there were dolphins, and they weren't that far away. I mean, it was beautiful. I could have just stayed there forever watching those dolphins. It just was mesmerizing. Okay. What's my spirit animal? Number 42. Now, honestly, I've heard that this question is maybe not racist, but is a form of cultural appropriation, which I don't always get into, but I heard that it in some way mocks Native American culture and beliefs. So I try to be mindful of that. And also, I don't believe in spirit animals. So, next. Best gift I've ever received. Oh, man. This is really hard. Best gift I've ever received. I got a car. That was really nice. It was from my parents. And it was such a surprise. It was such a surprise. I cried and cried and cried. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was like, it wasn't my birthday, but I had a car, and then it was so old, it didn't last long, and I spent money on it. And this is when I soon after I moved out of my parents' house and moved to a different state. And I was still learning like the public transportation, and it was just a mess. And somebody ended up selling them a car for a really good price, and they bought it for me. They didn't tell me, but one day I came to visit them by train, and I was there packing up some of my things to take back with me, like just whatever I could carry on the train. And they gave me a key, and they were like, "This is your car, you're driving back, and it's outside." I'd passed the car and didn't even pay attention to it. My parents, man, they're really great. They're just really nice people. Anyway, that was probably the best gift. I think of some other gifts I've gotten that honestly I think because of the people who gave them to me, I love and cherish. There's a period of time where like a friend of mine, we used to see a lot of movies together, and so on 2 occasions we got each other the same movie, and it like we exchanged them, and I was like, what? Only because I was really excited to get to this movie, and they got it for me, which was fine, but it was just like, so it was more funny, and so it's a cherished memory because it was funny. One time, you know what, actually, sorry, I've gotten some good gifts from people. One time, I was like, this is also soon after I moved out here, and I like didn't have a job. I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet, and I was like, I just need to move back home, and I'm not going to make it. And they paid my rent. That was amazing. I had someone else at one point, I had car issues. I had so many car issues, and somebody gave me a couple $100, like, I think it was like $300, and I still think about that to this day. Like, people that, I mean, they're not even in my life anymore, but like, they were so gracious and so generous and so kind. If you're out there, if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've gotten some really great gifts. Best gift I've ever given. The gift of love and friendship. No, I don't know. The best gift I've ever given. I do really try to give, like, gifts that people care about. but I don't always remember. Oh, this was a good one. So, one year, my sisters and I, like, my mom used to always talk about how she didn't have pictures of us all together as we were, like, growing up, like, as we were getting older. And so, one year, my sister and I were like, listen, let's go get pictures taken for our parents for Christmas. And so we did. It was a total secret. And then the day of, we gave them the gifts. And they loved it. They cried. They hung them up. It was great. And it started a tradition of, like, every other year we'd get pictures taken. So that was really cool. I think another gift we gave was, honestly, I was joking the first time, but I have given gifts of, like, me showing up places after somebody invited me and I didn't think I'd be able to travel, which I think sounds a little bit arrogant, but it's not my intention. It really was, like, somebody, like, so a couple times it was my parents' anniversary or a birthday, and we didn't think we'd be able to all get together, but behind the scenes, you know, the siblings got together and made it so that we could all spend time together, which my mom loves. I think I get that from my mom. She just loves quality time, so that was, like, a big deal. I'm trying to think of other gifts I've gotten. I've given jewelry or clothes or gift cards, but I don't know. Maybe, I think I don't have a great way of, like, knowing what's a good gift, because to me the best gift is time. So, like, the other things, even though I tried to give good gifts, I don't know how people felt about them, I guess. Yeah. Sorry if I don't give y'all good gifts. I do try. Oh, I gave my friend a party one time. I've given actually a couple birthday parties. I think that's probably what people would say they liked that I've given them. In college, I gave somebody a surprise birthday party. I did a surprise. It wasn't that much of a surprise, but my younger sister, I did a party for her last year. No. But that was early this year. I did a party for her. That was really cool. And our parents came, which was a surprise for her. So that meant a lot to me to see her so excited. It did. I really do love, like, making people happy and doing things that, you know, that they appreciate. So I know that was a big one. And then years ago, when I first had my own apartment, I threw parties. I threw a graduation party for a friend, and I threw a birthday party, like, that was themed specifically for them. So things like that, I think people like that I've done. I don't know. My favorite board game, I don't know. A board game, I feel like, strictly speaking, Monopoly, I guess. But I'm very particular and I get very competitive, so Monopoly's my favorite if I win. If I do not win, I don't like it and the game is trash. Okay, it's not trash, but I get very competitive in Monopoly, and we play dirty sometimes. So I'm a very passionate Monopoly player. I can't say it's my favorite or that it brings out the best in me, so we'll just scratch that. My favorite game to play, though, is Taboo. If you know, you know, and we'll leave it at that. My favorite color. This is a Robin fact that I use often because people don't believe me, but I don't have a favorite color. I do not. I like bright colors. Like, if I notice in my wardrobe that I'm missing a color, I'm like, oh, I need to get some purple or some pink. Not because I like those colors, but because I like bright colors. So this is Robin fact number 35. I do not have a favorite color. I think over the years, when people were like, oh, you have to have one, I would just make one up based on, like, honestly, based on if I was dating somebody, whatever their favorite color was, or just, you know, whatever. I would just pick a color at random. But I don't really have one. And I'm fine with that. Stop pressuring people to have a favorite color. It's okay. My least favorite color. I don't know. I guess, honestly, I don't think I have a least favorite color. I think probably to wear, my least favorite color is brown. Only because, like, and I mean brown. First of all, let me be clear. I love my brown skin. Love it. Wouldn't want it any other way. But because my skin is brown, I don't wear a lot of brown because, I don't know. I never think to wear brown. I feel like the brown in an outfit, the brown in the look is me. I don't know if it's like my least favorite, because I also like leopard print, which has brown, but it's just the color I wear the least and gravitate towards the least. Diamonds or pearls? Diamonds. Drugstore makeup or designer? Drugstore. And here's why. I don't care about makeup that much. And some of these designer makeups are very expensive. So, yeah. If I have, like, I mean, what's that? I forgot. Oh, ELF, eyes, lips, and face. I've used them for, different things, and I have no problem with them. I think of them as, like, what does it say? Drugstore? Because I can get them off Amazon, or I can get them from the hair store, or from Target or whatever. I haven't gone to a Sephora or an Ulta. I've never been inside an Ulta. I've gone to a Sephora. Sephora? Am I saying it right? I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And then it was only because a friend of mine wanted to go in. Yeah, I like makeup, but I have very little. And even when I have, I use even less of that. So, drugstore is cool with me. Blow dry or air dry? I guess we're talking about hair, and I don't use heat on my hair. I don't remember the last time I used heat on my hair. There are times I'm tempted to, because I want my hair to dry, like I'm doing a twist out or something, and it's like my hair, it's funny because I feel like most days I can't get my hair to stay moisturized, but then when I do like a twist or something, it retains moisture like nobody's business when I want it to be dry, when I want my twist to dry. So like today, you can't even tell. I had braids in, no definition, because I don't know. I guess they weren't dry enough. I don't know. Air dry is, that's my answer. Pilates or yoga? Neither. I like dance workouts. Or weightlifting. I do, if I'm going to the gym, I'm on the machines. I have some kettlebells here. But I think my favorite is actually, I think my favorite way of working out is the gym, and it needs to be painful. But other than that, during quarantine, I got into dance workouts, which I'm a big fan of. African dance workouts, the best. You sweat, you have a good time, you learn some new dance moves. I'm into it. Coffee or tea? If you know me, you know I do not drink coffee. I like the smell of it. I never got into the taste. It's gross to me. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there. I'm just not a big fan. Tea, I do like tea. I don't drink it much. I think the first time I had tea by choice, I was really sick one day, and a friend was over and convinced me to have ginger tea against a lot of protest. And it actually helped. So then I was like, okay, let me keep some ginger tea on stock. And so I for a while there, I had ginger tea and honey fairly regularly. This is a period of time I was sick a lot, and so I took the tea a lot. And then I got really into vanilla chai tea when I used to work at my alma mater. And this lady, she was so sweet. She bought me a pack of tea when I was talking to her about it one day and how much I really liked it. So sweet. I gotta check in on her. But yes, so definitely tea. And then what else? Where are we? Oh, we're kind of breezing through. What's the weirdest word in the English language? I think I'm probably thinking about this just because I just saw it, but I'm going to say weird. I'm going to say weird is the weirdest word. There's probably more, but we're going to stick with weird for now. Number 54, dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Milk, but just barely. And I think it still depends, yeah, I think sometimes I like dark chocolate better and sometimes I like milk chocolate better. But more oftentimes, I do think I opt for milk chocolate, so we'll go with that. Stairs or elevator? Depends on how many floors we're going up, and what shoes I'm wearing, and how much of a hurry I'm in. I think with COVID, people are less likely to use elevators, but there are times I would still use them. Yeah, it depends. There's too many factors. Summer or winter? Summer. I used to love the winter until I got a car and started driving in snow and ice. And then I no longer like the winter. I do really like Christmas though. It's my second favorite day of the year. And I get very excited about Christmas time. And I'm actually a little overdue for decorating my room. I might do that this weekend. But definitely summer. And honestly, truly, it's spring because I like moderate temperatures. So it'd be probably spring and fall are my favorites, and more so spring because I can do more outside activities. The sun is out longer, so I'm more social then. But summer's closer to spring, so summer's fine. But I also don't like extreme heat, so there's that. Okay, this will be our last question tonight because this video is getting long. If I'm stuck on an island, I can pick one food to eat forever without getting tired of it. What would I eat? Oh my goodness, this is really hard. Oh, not that hard. Ice cream. Moose Track ice cream. But I'd have to not get tired of it, not get sick, and not gain any weight because that's the only way this would work out for me. Otherwise, I would be sick all the time. But if I could not get sick, not gain weight, and not get tired of it, Moose Track ice cream all day. If it has to be like a food, it'd be some kind of seafood. Yeah. Okay, I'll do one more question because I think this next one is funny. Number 58 says, so it says a desert you don't like, but I think they meant a dessert you don't like because I don't have any like passionate feelings about different desserts. I don't know. So I'm going to just assume they meant dessert. And I do not like key lime pie. I had it one time and was like, what is this? I'm sorry if you love it. It's just not my thing. And I like dessert a lot. So it was startling to me to find a dessert I didn't like. But there it is. Key lime pie. Do not get it from me. No thank you. Yeah. So that's it. That is number 58 out of the 73 questions. I thought we would get through all of them, but it's taken longer than I thought. So we're going to cap it here and maybe do another video during the final, 15 or so. But that's enough for this video. Thanks, y'all. Bye.